were not able to get in. Let me see here. Okay, we don't have a lot of background noise. If it's going to be noisy where you're at, you can just go ahead and mute yourself. And then if you have questions or anything, you can unmute. So I'm super excited that we have this many people joining us for our first team Zoom. This is something that we talked about doing monthly. So we will kind of see how it goes for our first month. And then if we decide that it would be beneficial to do more or less, we'll kind of play it by ear and see what everyone can do. It's hard because of time zones. So for me, it's like dinner time. For other people, it's bedtime. You know, we're all over the place at this time of the night. So we will keep kind of playing with the time to see what works best for the most people. But we'll always report it so that anyone who isn't able to join us live can join later. So I'm super excited. Cheers to everyone on here. No matter what you did this month, just being a part of our team and deciding to join us at the launch of Align is really exciting. And I think that this month, I don't know about for everyone else, but for me, I'm like, how is it still March? How is it still March? I feel like it's been like a whole year and we've only been doing this for 30 days. So that kind of puts everything into perspective for me. Like when I'm like, oh my gosh, like we still have to do this, or we have to do that.
Sorry, on a Zoom call. Yeah, so no, I mean, I don't know.
There we go. We have only been doing this for 30 days. So there's going to be bumps in the road. We are going to have little things where we're like, oh, that's not really working how we thought. We are really going to have to work to get the brand out there, because even though we're like, we know about this product, we know that we love our red light wands, we know that this face wash and moisturizer is going to be amazing. It takes a long time to get other people to see that. And that's just the nature of selling something, no matter what you're selling. If you've been at another company before, if you've ever sold anything, even if it's like in the corporate side, you don't just walk up to someone and say, hey, you want to buy this? And they say yes. It takes a lot of time and commitment. And I am really excited to be able to work together with all of you to build brand awareness and continue building our team and our own personal businesses. So with that being said, I have a little agenda that I am going to try and follow so that we are not on here all night long. The first thing I wanted to do was shout out everyone that had over 500 PV for the first month, or I should say AV, ambassador volume. I still have to get all of my language transitioned over to Align lingo. But we have Shalene, Jenny Serta, Maureen, Tara, Lauren Jennings, all over 1,000 PV. So that is amazing. Way to go. I am super excited for all of you to be able to launch right into your business and sell that much is a huge accomplishment, and you should be super proud of yourselves. Over 500 in volume. We have Jennifer Rodriguez, Lee Neelam, Stacy Liebert, Sarah Height, Kirsten Jewell, Donna Mellenbacher, Darlene Sheets, Kylie Colon, Debbie Williams, Stephanie Barclay, Lisa Burnson, Holly Barr, Lisa Engelmeyer, Carrie Bryant, Stacy Lee, Melissa Ox, Michelle Lewis, Suzanne Taylor, Stephanie Lawrence, Kelly Smith, Annette Dahlberg, Caitlin Williams, and that's everyone. And that is 30 people. So 30 people on our team had over 500 PV, which is just amazing. You guys, we have two products. We have two products and people were able to do that. And I think that that's just a testament to sharing your excitement and, you know, people trusting you and seeing what you are loving and wanting to also be a part of that. So continue to do that. On the same note, if you have less than 500 PV, if you have 200 PV, if you have 100 PV, that is also amazing, because like I said, we have two products. Even for myself, I've been talking about Align with my friends and family for a long time, and I don't have people knocking down my door to get the products. I'm having to work to share them, and not everyone is jumping on the bandwagon. It's an investment. And so whatever you can sell, you should be proud of that because that's, you know, you're putting yourself out there and it's a lot of work. So we will continue to build on that. I think that when we get Clarify and Soothe in our hands, like I am just so excited for you guys to get those products because for me, Clarify, when I smelled that, I was like, yes, this is it. People are going to want this. I want this. My skin wants this. Since I've run out of my sample, I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I use? So I'm really excited for you guys to get those. And just remember that we're going to continue to build on that. And I think the way that we are having our products launch over the next 8 months is really beneficial to us building a business, because if we had 40 products right now to start, it would almost be too much. It's too much for us to learn as we're getting started, and it's overwhelming for our customers. So we kind of get to do this slow introduction with our customers of, you know, first, let's share these core 4 products. What do they like out of those? And then moving forward, we're going to have 1 to 2 products or more each month that we get to feature, learn the ingredients, talk about, and really share intentionally with our customers, not just throw out a bunch of stuff. We get to say, oh my gosh, I just got this in. This is what it smells like. This is what it feels like. This is why it's amazing. And they have time to digest all of that. So we will continue working a lot on sharing products over the next, probably, I mean, it's going to take till the end of the year to get the full core lineup built out. And then from there, of course, we'll have more coming. So that is really exciting. On that same note, in April, we are planning as a group to do a kind of like a party. I know some people don't like to use that word, but that's what it's a party. It's a challenge. It's getting people together to talk about the products in a group setting. So because we're going to have the face wash and moisturizer coming, we thought it would be a great opportunity for us to kind of get a group together as we are sending out our samples to people. So what it would look like is if you're sending out samples to people, and you don't have to, you can add people to the group without sending them samples. You would add them to this group, and then we would have about 7 days worth of very structured content that we're putting out. So the first day we would talk about, you know, these are the products we're going to be talking about over the next 4 days. And then we would have people going live talking about it. We would have, you know, like ingredient informational posts. We would have some fun contests. We would have silly little participation things, just basically what you would see on an online party. But we would do it as a group. So the benefit to that is that you're inviting your people are still going to shop from you. But when we have 200 people adding people to a group and talking about a product, there's going to be interaction. And that's a huge, because I know that we've all been there where you've done a party and you've posted stuff and you're like, but no one's commenting, like no one's interacting with this thing said. And that can be really frustrating. And so if we do it all together, we build up the momentum, we have other people's, and maybe I think something smells like this and you say it smells like that, or maybe your skin reacted like this and mine reacts like that. So we get just a lot more perspective. So we will be doing that, I would say probably around the 3rd week of April, because we want to give people time to get the products in their hands and then get any samples out they want to, build their lists of who they want to add to the group. And then we would have very clear instructions of, okay, today add your people to the group. Okay, this day we're going to talk about this. And so I am really excited about that. It is great to work together as a group and do things collaboratively, because we just all go up together then. So we will be doing that in April. In April, I was just talking to Jesse earlier today, and there's going to be the challenge to earn or win, I don't know which one. I think it's like I don't think it's a drawing. I think it's like the top 10 people will earn one of each of the hand creams, and it's just going to be based on volume. So the top 10 in sales for April will receive a set of the hand creams. Now you might be thinking, because my mind always goes this direction too, okay, well, I'm definitely not going to be the top 10 in sales for the month of April, because that sounds really hard. But I want you guys to remember that we really are like the bulk of the brand right now. And so if we're all sharing and selling and talking about the products, you have just as much of a chance of being in the top 10 as anyone else does. So don't count yourself out of a challenge like that. Anyone can earn it. If you want to set that as a goal, you can absolutely be in the top 10. I actually think that probably a lot of the top 10 of the sales for Align right now are on this team call right now, or at least on our team. So, and that's just a testament to all of us working together and really being excited about what we're sharing. So that is something that the corporate side will be running for April. I had to think what month it was coming up. I see a question here. Do we have numbers on the Power Duo Challenge? I don't know that I think that runs through the end of the month. If I'm wrong, someone tell me. I think it runs through tomorrow. I haven't seen any updates on that. I will ask Jesse, and then if there is an update, I will share it on our team page. But that is a good question. I think it runs through tomorrow. And then we also have our One More Order challenge that's going on our page. So this weekend, when I'm sitting at a volleyball tournament waiting hours for Addie to play, I'll go through and write everyone's name down and put them in a little drawing, and I'll do that Monday live on the team page to pick out some winners for just some fun little prizes for that. So you guys have all the way through tomorrow to add your orders and dates to that post, and then we'll do that drawing. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about was just a little quick training for planning. So one thing that I love about having a call at this time of the month is that we can kind of wrap up March and be excited about everything we accomplished, but then also plan ahead for April. So if you haven't seen this, this is something that I use in my business weekly. You don't have to print it out. You can do it on your phone and just draw on it. You can take this template and do it in a notebook. But basically, at the beginning of the month, you want to have a goal. If you don't have a goal, it's really easy to just be like, I guess I'll share this, or I guess I'll do that. But when you have a goal, it really gives you guidance on how you're going to spend your time working your business. You also just feel a lot better when you have a goal and then you accomplish it. So the goal doesn't have to be huge. It's whatever fits your schedule. And that's pretty much what this calendar is all about. It says up here at the top, I can commit this many hours to my business this week. So if I know, like, this week for me personally was crazy because my husband's out of town, my kids have all this stuff going on. I know that my time being spent on Align this week is going to be like in 30-minute increments here and there in between everything else I'm doing. So knowing that ahead of time, I know that I have to do more of my timely tasks last week or next week kind of thing. So that's why I like to use this. This has some very outdated tasks that I need to update, but that's still on my to-do list. So just something that I wanted to talk about at kind of wrapping up March, but getting ready for April. So the last thing that I have on our agenda is Q&A, and it can be anything and everything, whether it's training, products, vision for the future, something that you wish we had on our team page, anything at all. I would love for you guys to unmute and ask. Also, if there's anyone on here who wants to shout out anyone on their team or do any announcements that they have, you are more than welcome to unmute and do that.
Hey, Katie, I'm gonna bounce off of, hey, everybody, I'm Shalene. I'm gonna bounce off of Katie's calendar planning. So in the month of April, things are a little bit different here as we're launching things. But one of the things I'm super passionate about is planning your work and working your plan. And I have worked on a few things as far as a yearly calendar which includes very focused activities that you can do that fit into your lifestyle and time budget. So what I did is I signed up for the 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th on Mondays. On the 3rd, I'm gonna do an overview of calendar planning, working in 3-month cycles, kind of showing a calendar, putting in your non-negotiables, kind of talking about things like that. On the first Monday. On the 10th, I'm gonna do weekly planning. So then we're gonna take the month and we're gonna break it down into weekly planning. I'll talk about some things there as far as theming your weeks, theming things that are going on and things like that. And then on the 17th, if the whole month goes as planned, I'll break it down into daily planning. And so again, then we'll talk about daily things that you can do, actionable items. I have a 5x5 tracker included. Actually, it's a whole calendar that I will provide for you guys that is downloadable. You don't have to download it and print it all off at once, but as we kind of go through it, in my previous life, we used to make planners that had these. And so I decided I would create my own on Canva. I do have it up on an Etsy shop, but for you guys, I'm just going to give you the download and then you can print it at Staples, print it out at home. But I'll try to walk through it through the month of April to help you guys kind of just really get your business stable from the beginning. We've really talked about, getting those follow-ups in place, getting those systems in place. And yeah, I will do it on Zoom and then pull it over onto the team page so I can record it. And then I can also screen share so you can see what I'm talking about as far as what the calendar looks like and how it's set up to benefit you and your businesses going forward. So I plan on doing that. Wanted to give you a heads up if you miss it or if you want to make sure that you make it because that's something you struggle with. I'm happy to answer questions and sit down with anybody and help them with that because that's kind of what I like to do. Okay.
Thank you, Shalene. She is the queen of planning. We can all definitely she has it literally down to a T, like she said. So if you have time to tune into those trainings, those will be so beneficial in your business. And I think that planning might be one of the most important things that you do in your business. I definitely know from experience, I can tell a difference when I look at my numbers, like, oh, wow, that month I did not plan, like maybe I got all of my sales in the last week because I had to really hustle and work it because I did not plan well. And so I think that if you can get in the habit of planning, your life will be so much easier. You will feel way more confident in your business. And that confidence comes through when you are sharing the products and just the opportunity to join in everything. So thank you so much for sharing that, Shalene.
I just wanted to jump in and say one thing, and this is funny because this was just a conversation that I just had with Katie. I'm more of a pep talker. I'm the cheerleader person, but I was saying to her, today on my VIP page, I've been posting, I've been sharing the wand, and I'm not getting much interaction on it, but then I'll post something about something else and I'll get a lot of interaction. But I know personally, because this is not the first time I've been with the company when it's just starting, it does take time. So if you're somebody like me who is very driven by numbers and liking to do things and I'm always one that I work for the sales. For my products, I'm a seller, not I don't buy and then resell. I like to sell off my website. So anyway, it's going to take time. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged, or you can get discouraged. You can vent it out to your upline or, somebody that you have a good relationship with that's going to tell you, just keep going like Katie did to me. And, we just have to keep going and keep sharing, and people, what's that thing? Is it like 17 times somebody has to see it to really get their eye on it? So you know, give yourself a pat on the back that you're here and you are sharing. And like I said, it's hard for me. I've only gotten 2 sales outside of myself. So, you know, and I'm trying. So, but I know it's going to come. So just a little pep talk to you guys. And those who don't know me, Darlene. So my name's right there. So you guys know who I am, but I've been doing this kind of business for a really long time. So anyway.
Yes, I think I mean, we're all probably experiencing that, whether we have big VIP groups or we're sharing on our personal pages. And one of the things that I like have had to remind myself of from my previous business is that there were people that would come to me a year or even 2 years after I started my business. And I mean, I've been posting daily, weekly, everything. I was consistent, and they'd be like, you know, I've been watching you for the last 2 years. And like, 2 years, you could have said something, you know, a long time ago. But that's just how people are. That's how people shop. That's how people think. They are probably looking at some of us right now like, are you crazy? Is this gonna, you know, what, I'll see what you're doing in 6 months. So just keep sharing and being confident in what you're sharing, because whether or not you're getting a like or a comment or interaction, I guarantee there are a handful of people that are watching you and wondering what is going to come of this little business called Align. So thank you for sharing, Darlene. Anything else, any product questions, planning, anything that you guys would like to see as far as training on the team page? If there's anyone, like I mentioned on the weekly post, if you're like, I really want to share, I want to like get into training, I want to take on like a leadership position, you don't have to have a huge team or huge numbers to be someone who wants to jump on our team page and train or take over for a day or share something fun. I want everyone to feel empowered and like they are a leader within our community. So if you want to take over a day on the page, it doesn't have to be this week. I know some people are still getting comfortable, or this month. If in a couple months you're like, you know, I feel comfortable now. I got a great response when I did this, or I had really fun when I did that. Please send me a message, or anyone who you work with a message, and you're welcome to share on the team page. And you don't have to ask to, can I post this on the team page? I'm only saying that if you want to be on the weekly calendar where it's like you're taking over for the day and helping out on the team page. So that's open to everyone. It's not specific ranks or titles or anything like that. So that is also open to you. But if there's nothing else, then I think that we will call this a successful first team Zoom. I'm super excited about just getting everyone together on a monthly basis. Like I said at the beginning, we will continue to see what time, maybe next month, we will shift it an hour earlier or try a different day just to see what works for everyone and what gets the most interaction. But we will always record them so that they are saved, and then I will post it on the team page. So thank you guys so much. I am so excited and honored to have all of you guys on the team. I think that we are the perfect group to be launching the brand, and the best is definitely yet to come. So with that, I hope everyone has a great night, and tomorrow's end of month, look for lots of shout outs and excitement, and 15-day props and all of that is going to be wrapped up tomorrow. So hope everyone has a good night, and we will talk to you later.